Disney has dominated the entertainment industry for a long time. A lot of the shows and movies they release are extremely popular because they release a lot of content that kids and adults like, but we've seen Marvel's content take a bit of a dive in popularity. People have gotten extremely critical of the content because Disney thinks recycling the same ideas over and over will sell when they don't, and now I'm sure Disney isn't very happy because not only has Disney's stock tanked under $100, but Top Gun Maverick has blown by Doctor Strange 2 at the box office, embarrassing them in the process. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So I wanted to start off with this article first, titled Disney's 887 million red flag. It says in March 2021, Walt Disney stock reached an all-time high as investors cheered the prospects of Disney Plus, the reopening of its parks, and expectations for the return of blockbuster hits. Since then, Disney Plus has continued to grow faster than Disney could have ever hoped for. Its parks are booming, and it has a highly anticipated slate of feature films that could get Disney's movie business fully back on track in 2022. Yet despite all of that good news, Disney's stock price is down 45% from its all-time high. For investors new to the stock market, it can seem bizarre that a company in better shape now than it was a year ago is worth so much less. But the stock market is unpredictable in the short term, and the sentiment towards streaming stocks has shifted dramatically in the last few months. And I do think that it's important to point out that yes, the parks are doing pretty well. They've got this big movie slate for 2022, but at the same time, I just don't think that streaming services are all doing great right now. I mean, look at Netflix. They lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They expected to lose 2.3 million subscribers before the year ends. I mean, they're not doing great. I don't think that Disney Plus is doing as great as the media wants to let on. But yes, if we look at this chart, right now, the Walt Disney Co. stocks are down. And if we look at the past year, they were sitting last year at this time at 172. And now they are down to just 95.71. That is pretty crazy. I mean, this is only a year, and since it looks like November of 2021, they have been drastically dipping. I mean, we've seen this massive, massive dip. But going to this article by Cosmic Book News, it says Top Gun Maverick's box office blows by Doctor Strange 2 in just 18 days. And the internet is going crazy for this a little bit because right now Top Gun Maverick is doing fantastic. People are loving it. I mean, critics love it, users love it. Everyone seems to love it if they've seen it. But if we look at other hits, the hits that this is surpassing, like Doctor Strange 2, that didn't do as well as they were hoping, it seems like. I mean, a lot of people were very critical of the film. A lot of people didn't love it. They said there were a lot of problems, too many characters, the story was messy. But reading this article, it says it only took 18 days, but Top Gun Maverick has blown by Kevin Feige's Doctor Strange 2 at the domestic box office, where it is now the top movie of 2022, passing the Marvel film. This sounds great. I know that so many people love Top Gun Maverick right now, and it's great to see fantastic movies get the praise they deserve, because usually a film like this would face a lot of backlash from critics, from the media. People would say, it's just not good. And I have seen a few articles saying Top Gun Maverick is filled with toxic masculinity, but those articles are few and far between. It says Top Gun Maverick, starring Tom Cruise, has made $401 million in its first 18 days of release, compared to Doctor Strange 2's $346 million in its first 18 days in its current domestic gross of $398 million in 38 days of release. Top Gun Maverick has a current worldwide gross of $749 million. There is no way that this isn't going to surpass $1 billion at the box office. I mean, it seems like in the next week or two, it's going to surpass that $1 billion mark, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Top Gun Maverick has only been out for 2.5 weeks at this point, and it's already surpassed every other major release this year. Now, it hasn't an overall money made yet, but again, it seems like it's on track to hit $1 billion in the next probably 2 weeks. But let's go and take a look at the Rotten Tomatoes scores for these films. Let's start off with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Right now, it's sitting at an 80% audience, which is a little bit surprising to me because this is a pretty good rating. It's not amazing, it's not perfect, but it's also not terrible. But the critic score isn't good. It's sitting at a 60% critic, which is a little odd to me. I would expect these to be flipped, the audience score to be lower and the critics to love this film. But either way, it's not sitting anywhere close to what Top Gun Maverick is sitting at, because right now Top Gun Maverick is sitting at a 97% critic and a 99% audience score, which is fantastic. Again, I truly didn't expect it to do this well with critics. I expected critics to be like, it's good, but it's not amazing. But even critics are loving it right now. So let's read just a few of the audience reviews. I don't want to read too many. I mean, as you can tell, they're literally all 5 stars. But people are saying things like action, drama, suspense, awesome from beginning to end. It's one of those rare occasions where the second movie is just as good as the first one. This is what I was worried about with Top Gun Maverick. I was worried that it was going to take the franchise in a different direction. It wasn't going to be as good as the first, but I'm so relieved to see that it is. Great movie, you're the man, Maverick. God bless our military servicemen. My wife and I loved the whole movie from start to finish. Great storyline, lots of action, and good acting. I am so happy to see that this movie is fantastic. It says Top Gun is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Tom Cruise has outdone himself in this one. Great movies can still be made, and Top Gun Maverick is one of them. Outstanding in every single way. Love the choice of actors, the storyline, and the music, especially the way they tied the old movie into the new movie. Highly recommended. Best all-around movie we've seen in a very, very long time, maybe the best ever. Action, great music, thrills, conflict, rescues, emotions, teamwork, flying skills, need to see. I'm glad that this movie is succeeding, that so many people are loving it, and I do think that it's hilarious that this movie is dominating at the box office and embarrassing Disney in the process. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.